All right, welcome back to the final game of the night. We had a little technical difficulties during the last game, so hopefully you found your way over to the new feed that has audio, whether you like that or not, having to listen to us. But we are back for the varsity boys game, which, if it's anything like the girls game, it's going to be an exciting one. Came down to a last-second shot, and attempt by Carroll was no good. Blue Jays come away victorious 48-47. So we're
talked to Coach Anderson just a minute ago, and he had a big sigh of relief. I said, hey, 3 years from now, you'll never know that you were in a one-point game from Carroll. You'll just remember what your record was this year.
That's very true.
Felt fortunate to come away with the win.
As we transition over to the boys' action, looking at the Carroll Tigers starting lineup of number 2, senior guard Nick Mackey, number 4 guard senior Caleb Booth, number 5 senior guard Ethan Lingling, number 34 senior forward Caden Cook, and number 35 sophomore forward Evan Hammer. And for the Blue Jays, number 3 senior guard Trey McDowell, number 4 Colby Collison Jr. forward, number 5 senior guard Nolan Meyer, number 10 junior guard Jackson Freed, and number 33 senior center Toby Bergeron. Blue Jays. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Blue Jays are going to be without the services of Everett White, kind of the first post guy that comes in off the bench, a guy that kind of has that Dennis Rodman flair and attitude on the offensive and defensive boards.
Doesn't have the hair yet.
No, not the hair, but has that kind of mentality on the court, and somebody's going to have to pick up the slack with that. Lot of guys will get that opportunity, whether it's Reed Falsgraf or Carter Sandy. Somebody's going to get that chance.
The Tigers do bring out a decent amount of height as well, so it'll be a good matchup for the Blue Jays, as the Blue Jays are known to have some length on this starting lineup and a little bit on the depth as well. So it should be exciting. Blue Jays coming into this 4-1 overall, 4-1 all conference games. And the Tigers are 2-4 overall, 1-3 in conference. Both teams averaging right at 63 points a game, although Tigers had an 88-77 burner last game against Ballard. So definitely not going to see a low-scoring game, I imagine.
Well, I'll tell you, Carroll is a well-coached team. Randy Beeson's been there a long time. As long as that I can remember since we've been playing Carroll anyway, and just does a really good job with his teams. These are guys that are skilled basketball players. They're well-coached. We're going to have to – the Blue Jays are just going to have to get out to a fast start. They're not going to be able to be slow getting out of the gates tonight to kind of hang around and be in this game. And I think they know that. You know, if you can't get up for a Ballard, a Carroll, a Winterset in Raccoon River Conference basketball, then you probably can't get up for anybody. So we'll see how fast they can get out of the gates. We got our same starting 5, and we got a pretty full house tonight. We got the visitor side not quite as full. Carroll having to travel the hour and a half, 45 minutes to get here.
Pep band is in the house.
Yes.
Freed and Hammer on the tip. Freed comes away with it to McDowell. Meyer, Freed in the corner. Collison drives, kicks it out to Meyer. McDowell. Freed thinking about that 3. He usually doesn't hesitate much on the 3-point attempt. Collison over to McDowell. Now Freed underneath. Turnaround 2-point. Leaves it just short. And Cook comes away with the rebound, pushing ahead full steam. And they're going to get a foul.
Boy, that's a bailout. That's just a flat-out bailout. Maybe Nolan Meyer got his hand on Cook coming down the floor there, but I think it's a bailout. And Coach Evans kind of has that look on his face. Looks like he just took a drink of lemon pop or something.
First shot for Cook is up and good. Cook a 53% free throw shooter on the season. Second one is good as well.
Physical looking guy, looks like a linebacker.
Yeah, we didn't play Carroll this year in football. Collison for 3 is good.
That's good. Good thing to see. That's a good start for Colby.
You're going to have to come out there and guard him. He's not concerned about a foot or two behind the line. Mackey coming around. Gets left alone for a second. McDowell now. Mackey with a good dish to Cook under the hoop, and no one was there for him.
Yeah, kind of switched on that screen, and then Colby couldn't locate him, and he kind of found his way to an open spot under the basket for 2.
Meyer tried getting it to Bergeron. Tipped back out to Meyer. Now to Bergeron again. Long two-pointer off the rim, no good. Rebound by Mackey over to Booth. Mackey and Booth, the 2 returning leading scorers for them last year. And Booth went up for it. Ends up with the ball again and gets the second one.
Booth is the leading scorer for the Tigers, coming in at 18.2 points per game, so he's going to make some things happen. Looks to be kind of their point guard.
Booth got a hand on that. Thought he tipped it back off of McDowell. Does not get that call. So Blue Jay ball. Meyer to Freed.
Both teams man-to-man. Carroll wants to get out and push the tempo.
Bergeron at the top. Over to Freed for a long 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Cook over to Mackey. Cook with a big screen. Mackey trying to get all the way around it. Collison finds Cook again this time. Mackey, Booth. Meyer on him.
Great
Meyer's
job
been
by Nolan
solid
Meyer.
on defense this year, and he's going to need to be on Booth. Lingling pivots, and then Bergeron with the big block from behind.
Yeah, Meyer and Titus Cram really have that defensive stopper role on this team, and they're pretty nice interchangeable parts. They both have a little bit of different thing that they bring offensively and defensively.
They both bring a lot of athleticism.
Yes.
Booth with the ball. Didn't see Hammer on the switch. Cook for 3, no good. Bergeron comes away with the rebound, and Cook is able to knock it away, and they're just kind of letting things go, and then McDowell gets a little too much hand.
Yep, just not strong enough with the basketball. You got to really take care of that thing on a rebound. Frustrating start on that end. Cook just barely grazes the rim on his first free throw. He's averaging 9.2 points a game, so he's off to a quick start here with 5.
Hits the second end of that for his 5th point. Collison to Meyer.
A little pressure, a little odd front pressure from Carroll.
McDowell cross court to Bergeron. Is able to maintain it. And gets it back out to Meyer. Meyer going to drive, 2-point attempt. Up, no good. Ball's getting swatted around. Meyer comes away with it. Freed to Collison for 3. No good. Lingling with the rebound. Mackey driving to the basket and steps out of bounds, had nowhere to go.
Just did a little too much there. But you can see how Carroll really wants to get the ball out, down the court in a hurry.
Somebody go fix that net.
Yeah, we've got a hung net.
Somebody taller than me.
Nope, nobody's in a hurry to get it.
The official says I'm not going to do this. Toby, you go get that net. Oh, okay.
Toby really looked like he had to
jump
really
high.
Strenuous. To be 6'6", 6'7", and have a 7-foot wingspan.
Meyer bringing it up court, hands it off to Collison. A little too much screen from his own teammate. Ooh, Meyer thought Collison was coming all the way out for it, but Collison cut back towards the middle.
Just a little miscommunication.
Yeah.
Carroll with some good defensive intensity out here. Aside from the 2 3-pointers, nothing easy in the lane for the Blue Jays.
Booth for 2, no good. Cook comes away with the rebound, and then they're going to get McDowell on that foul as well.
Yeah, and that's number 2. That's going to send him to the bench early, is my guess. And it's going to bring Titus Cram in. both those fouls on Trey, just kind of those little excuse me fouls, nothing blatant, obvious, but just kind of getting caught with the hand in the cookie jar a little bit.
Inbound to Hammer, over to Mackey. Cram on Mackey, Meyer on Booth. Screen, better roll coverage on that. Cook coming up the baseline, and it's blocked by a combination of Callison and Bergeron. Meyer picks it up over to Cram. Now Freed for three. Good!
Not a point in the paint and a 2-point lead here midway through the first. So good start shooting the ball.
Mackey from the corner for three, off the rim, and Jackson Freed gets the rebound.
Jackson Freed showing a lot of bounce tonight.
Freed over to Collison, coming back towards the middle. Cram now at the top. Toby Bergeron for three, off the rim, no good. And Tigers able to chase that down. That was actually Zach Dirks into the game. Takes it down court for the points as well. Collison driving baseline. Doesn't get the bucket. Cram up, no good. Hammer comes away with that rebound. Booth now going to the basket and gets there. 2 points.
Yeah, that's a big time play from Booth. A little shake and bake and kind of got Titus Cram a little off balance.
We're going to have some more subs coming in. Faltzgraf for the Blue Jays and a couple players for the Tigers as well. Freed pulls it back out to Meyer at the top. Meyer for three, no good. Booth able to come away with the rebound. Now Booth crosses over. Good pump fake, gets the 2-point bucket.
Carroll just seems to have a player like Booth every year. Just solid basketball player, athletic. Somebody that's put a lot of time and work into it.
Freed tries going cross court and overshoots. Ball out of bounds. Coming in for the Tigers, Lingling coming back in, and Tanner Gatto in. Cook and Hammer out.
Right now, just 3 field goals for the Blue Jays, all 3-pointers. And as a coach, I used to refer to that as fool's gold. You get those early threes, and then you kind of forget about everything else, getting points in the paint, finding ways to get some shots outside or inside the arc.
Booth tries getting to the hoop, has it swatted away. Mackey gets the ball, has it swatted as well. Cram ends up with the ball in his hand. He's going to pull it back out. Cram now down low. 2-point attempt, no good, no contact apparently either. And
good hustle by Reed Falscraft to get the possession back. Looks like the foul's going to be on Lingling.
Blue Jays will inbound underneath the hoop. Meyer to inbound. Falscraft underneath, up, good, and the foul. Good strong play by Reed Falscraft.
Yeah, Reed Falscraft, the times I've seen him play this year, he just kind of makes that instant impact when he comes into the game, whether it's with his defense, that crazy long reach and wingspan that he has, or finding his way to the basket, hitting a three.
Free throw attempt, no good. Rebounded by Freed. Over to Cram. Collison now for three. Good. So smooth.
Quick timeout for Carroll. I don't think Coach Beeson liked the little bit of hustle, out-hustled by the Blue Jays there. A little good spurt from Bonnarant Farrar, getting a 2-point bucket from Reed Falscraft, the first bucket in the paint here with just a little under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. But
that's where your money was, right? For first buckets in the paint was on Reed?
Yes. But, no, so far we've seen a real competitive game, two, skilled teams, but just kind of see who can sustain that defensive intensity and kind of solve the other team's defense more quickly.
And if history says anything, we're probably going to see more fouls called in the second half than the first, because there was a lot of contact, a lot of aggressive play in that first, and We only had 5 fouls, and it seems like every time that happens, they turn around and call 12 in the second half.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So Booth bringing it up the court for the Tigers.
Double high screen.
Good help defense on there. Dirks now driving to the hoop. Up over the top, no good. Gatto had the ball, swatted away by Cram. Gonna stay Tiger ball.
That's a tough place to come into the lane against Bondurant Ferrara with all that length.
Well, and Jackson was in the middle, and that was just a really high ball you had to get to go over top of him. Booth almost had it fall out of bounds, but was able to save it. Back to Mackey. And gives it back to Booth. They're going to use Gatto on a screen. Mackey in the corner. Now down to Gatto, trying to push Freed in. Freed gets the block. Gatto gets the rebound. And then Freed blocks it again, but they're going to call a foul because it was too clean.
Oh, goodness. Is that on Jackson Freed? Wow. That's tough. That's tough. Don't be so tall, young man.
Yeah, how dare you. Gatto to the line. First one is good.
Yeah. And you know, it's only Jackson's first foul. He's gonna sit here the rest of the first quarter. Carter Sandy checks in for him. But, you know, he gets a quick second or a third early in the third quarter, and all of a sudden you look back on that call and you just think, golly, that's a tough way to pick up a foul.
Gatto hits the second while the student section sings Christmas carols to him.
Yeah, well, that's a nice way of reminding the officials that maybe Jackson Freed did not have a foul.
Collison over to Falscraft. Falscraft going to drive. Kicks it back out to Sandy. Collison in the corner for 3. He's on fire.
Good start for Colby with the 3 threes so far, and a good job by Carter Sandy to find him open in the corner there after a little loose ball action.
Cook now trying to get to the basket. Kicks it over to Lingling. Lingling gets blocked by Reed Falscraft. Andy gets the ball back, pushes it ahead to Meyer. The coach wants a double dribble, and they're going to get Falscraft on it. He finishes the dunk, but it was after travel.
You know, what was impressive about Reed Falscraft's block was that he did it with his left hand. You know, and that's how you should contest a right-handed shooter, is with your left hand. So if you didn't pick up on that at home, that's just an old coach thing, I guess.
Tigers going to hold for the last shot here in the first quarter, 15 seconds remaining. Booth with the ball, Cram on him.
Might see a screen here. We're going to see a double. They can give it up.
Hammer under the basket, too far under, but is able to reach and get there. Falscraft, shot up, no good.
We got us a ball game.
17 all at the end of the first quarter. I thought Hammer was too far under the hoop, but apparently he's long enough to get back that way. And good shot with 2 seconds left.
Yeah.
And we've got some excitement.
Quick happy birthday shout out to Carter Sandy's grandpa, Tim Harrington. Happy birthday to him on this December 21st.
I heard it's also Carolyn Miller's birthday, and we missed that during the girls' game because, you know, you couldn't hear us the entire second half.
Right. Happy birthday to Carol, and she's looking forward to seeing her out on the shot put and discus ring this year. State qualifier in both events. Place her in the shot. School record holder for a period of time. She and Kate Lappy were exchanging school records during last track season.
It's good to have someone like that to push you back and forth the whole way through the season. It makes you both better.
It makes Coach Gibson and Coach Kitchen look really smart to get 18 points out of those two in just about every track meet with a first and a second place.
Well, I heard Gibson's a phenomenal coach. He told me that yesterday.
He's told me that a few times. Carroll has the possession here. 4 Blue Jay team fouls, 2 on Carroll right now, so neither team kind of threatening that bonus yet. We've got Jackson Freed back on the court with his 1 foul.
And McDowell with his 2. Ling is able to keep his feet, gets it over to Cook. Back to Ling to Cook. And now Hammer going to try to get to the basket. Sandy on him.
Titus Graham really doing a good job with Booth right now.
Cook going to get called for the travel. Tried to jump stop to get freed out of the way. Amazingly enough, Jackson was still there because he's that tall.
Yeah, and he's just, that was a solid defensive play, and then you factor in the length just as that kind of gets in the offensive player's head a little bit.
Falsgraf, Cram, Sandy, Freed, and McDowell on the court for the Blue Jays. McDowell for three. Yeah. Good.
He's not going to miss those open opportunities like that.
He has missed very few three-point attempts this year.
I think I had the 6 3-pointers 9 minutes into the game.
Booth with a good pull-up shot for two. Cram in the paint. Gets it back out to Falsgraf. Cross court to Freed. Sandy in the corner with Ling on him. McDowell now has it at the top. Falsgraf. Freed. Sandy for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Ling. Booth trying to get to the hoop. Cram is able to save it to McDowell and falls over, and Sandy dives and falls over, and somehow it ends up in Falsgraf's hands.
Now you got to make him pay with this possession.
Sandy to Cram in the paint. Elevates, no good. And Cook is able to come away with the rebound. He's pushing ahead. And he just bull in a China shop all the way to the hoop.
Just bulldozed his way to the basket, showing some physicality. Nobody wanting to stand in and take the charge.
Freed had the ball kind of stuck on his hip. Cook ends up with the ball.
He's going to do it again.
Cram tried drawing the charge, and Cook gave it away. Hammer out to Booth. Booth to the hoop. Sandy and Freed both went up, and I think they're going to call Sandy on it.
I don't think
so.
No,
it was.
Nope, they're going to call that on Jackson Freed.
Okay. The official walked over to Sandy like it was going to be his, but so Booth will go to the line for two. First one up is good. You watch the replay?
Yeah, tough one to say for sure.
Okay. Cram and Sandy out. Collison and Bergeron in for the Blue Jays. Booth's second shot is also good. 10 points for him on the night. Bergeron at the top, over to Freed. Falsgraf in the paint, turns, elevates, no good, but he's fouled. He's going to go to the line for two. It's going to be on Mackey, his first. Falsgraf to the line for two. Currently on the court for the Tigers, you got Booth, Hammer, Cook, Ling, and Mackey. First free throw attempt, no good. For the Blue Jays, Freed, Bergeron, Falsgraf, McDowell, and Collison. Second shot up. Nothing but net. Booth bringing it up court. Good, quick, aggressive step, but Reed's able to stay in front of him. Lot of screen. Booth for two. Good shot.
Got it. Gives a little look over to the student section. Might have been getting a little bit of grief from somebody over there.
Bergeron out to Falsgraf. Mackey on him. Now McDowell. McDowell turns, finds Freed in the corner. Freed pump fake shot up. Good.
Freed and Collison are having a little horse contest right now between each other, both with 3 threes.
Booth over to Mackey. Mackey going baseline, finds Bergeron, but is able to get around him for two. Blue Jays throw it away. Gatto coming in for the Tigers, hammer to the bench. Meyer coming in for the Blue Jays, and Falsgraf to the bench. 4:15 on the clock. Tigers have a 3-point lead. Booth doing a lot of work. He's got 12 on the game. McDowell on defense against him right now. A little bit of a zone going on. Cook. Out to Booth. Booth for a long three, and it's good. Wow. It's easy to see how he averages 18.
Yeah, he's going to have that at half.
Berggren out top to Meyer. Meyer for three. Short. Berggren going to try to save it, but Gatto ends up with it. Booth now over to Dirks. Loses his handle on it and is able to maintain possession. Mackey now to Booth. Gatto in the corner. Looking to get baseline. Reverse layup is good. He made that look really easy.
Yeah, Coach Evans takes the timeout here, down 8, and not exceptionally happy with the effort right now. I'm pretty sure the guys are going to hear it a little bit right now.
So Tigers up 8 as we near we're at midpoint of the second, just passed. And so
yeah, and similar to our girls game, just our boys haven't found that rhythm yet. You know, you say, hey, they've got we've made 7 3-pointers, but only Reed Falsgraf had the bucket on the inbound play underneath as far as a 2, and no 12-footers, 15-footers. So these teams know each other so well.
Right.
These coaches have coached against each other for years. They know each other's sets. They know what's coming. So it just really kind of comes down to execution. Who has the hot hand? Right now it's Booth. You know, he's matching what Collison and Freed are throwing up, and then some.
He's getting to the hoop effectively, or getting defenders off balance effectively. .318 left in the second. McDowell, Berggren, Freed, Meyer, and Collison on the court for the Blue Jays. Mackey, Booth, Cook, Dirks, and Gatto on the court for the Tigers. Meyer to Collison. Collison has it tipped away by Booth, and he's going to go to the hoop, lays it in for 2.
Booth looked like he was thinking about throwing that down.
McDowell picks it up over to Collison. Back to Freed. Freed to Berggren. And they're going to get Gatto on the foul.
Little ticky-tacky on the foul, I thought.
Of the times where I thought they probably deserved a foul, that wasn't it, but I might have missed it too. Maybe it was more deserving than what I thought. Freed to Collison. One dribble up, elevates, no good. Gatto gets the rebound. Booth over to Mackey. Out to Gatto. Back to Booth at the top. You got 2 big high screens looking like they're coming out to get him, but ends up dishing it to Gatto. Gatto turnaround 2-point attempt is no good. Collison comes away with the rebound. McDowell had it taken away by Dirks. Now Mackey trying to go to the hoop and is able to stop before making contact with Meyer and then elevate and get the bucket. Freed to Meyer. Meyer to line up and gets the bucket.
Those are important points right there. Another shot in the lane. And that's kind of what Nolan Meyer needs to bring offensively, is that penetration game.
Cook in the corner. It's like Tram and Falsgraf ready to check in for the Blue Jays. I wonder if you're trying to avoid a late foul. Booth from 3. He's going to be off on that one. A little heat check. And Mackey went up for the rebound and gets fouled, and I think that's on McDowell. which is probably why you were looking at Titus and Reed coming in, was to avoid a foul like that, and got it anyway. Mackey to the line for 2. Misses the first. Falsgraf and Cram in. McDowell and Freed out.
Yeah, that'll keep Freed from getting number 3.
Yep.
Trey a little frustrated over there on the bench. It's tough when you get in foul trouble, but you gotta play through that. You've got to get behind your teammates. You got to keep yourself focused and head in the game, and see if he can reset a little bit coming out in the second half.
Mackey hits the second. Cram kicks it out to Collison for 3. Good. That'll help keep us in the game.
Man, Colby's just not hesitating, not reluctant. If he gets a look, it's going up and it's going down. I don't know if he's missed one yet tonight or not.
And great find by Titus on the kick out too. Titus is going to chase this down. Gatto's coming after him. Titus lays it up. No good. Fouled by Gatto. Going to the line for 2.
Yeah, Titus just so much athleticism. Great defensive play. Got himself fouled. Going to go to the line. Needs to convert on these. Kind of keep the game under 10 would kind of psychologically be a big boost for the Blue Jays.
Titus' first one is long. You're going to have Lingling and Hammer coming in for the Tigers. Dirks and Gatto out. Falsgraf going to go all the way back there because Mackey's standing in the corner trying to blend in. Second one is also off the rim, and Hammer had the rebound, lost it, out of bounds, Blue Jay ball.
Yeah, Colby just put a little bit of pressure on him there, didn't foul him, just kind of kept his body on him and made it difficult to catch that.
Collison pull up 2 and gets the bounce.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's doing taking 2-pointers, but he's ruining his night.
Now a stop and a bucket would be big, and we'll see if Carroll's going to play for one shot here. It kind of looks like they're going to pull it out, but 43 seconds when they started this possession is a long time to play for one.
Especially at the rate you've been scoring. I mean, Booth been pretty effective so far.
Well, and these are the things that you work on in practice, these late game situations, these almost kind of a 4 corners look. The old Lute Olson, Iowa 4 corners. But
now we're at 12 seconds.
Yeah, Booth's going to take this shot. Make no mistake about it.
Now Falsgraf steps up, feeds Hammer down low, shot up, no good. Cram comes away with the rebound, throws it the length of the court. Maybe a little early on that because here the student section trying to get the other team to shoot. And he's like, wait, you said I had 1 second left.
That might have backfired a little bit, and he wasn't going to get anything better than a half-court shot, but just hopefully Carroll won't get a length of the court toss. And ooh,
wow, that hit the net.
That did.
I mean, Booth has been on fire. I don't know why I'm even surprised that it was that close.
Yeah.
But
that shot's going to hurt his field goal percentage, though.
Yeah. That's what he gets for taking it, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, Coach Evans is going to need to get his team reset. A little bit of foul trouble. Jackson Freed with 2, Trey McDowell with 3, and just not playing their best basketball.
But you're still only down 6.
Exactly, and you've survived 17 points from Caleb Booth.
Yeah.
And frankly, if Caleb Booth gets 17 in the second half, your chances of winning probably are not very good.
Right.
If you let one player get 34 points on you, unless you just shut down the rest of the team. I'm making some obvious statements, but just going to have to find a way to get some stops and maybe get a few more shots in the lane. You know, the 3 ball's falling. That's great, but that doesn't always last. And so far, 8 3-pointers. I would say that's got to be not necessarily a school record, but anytime you're over that 12 3-point mark, that's a pretty good number for the game.
Well, I suppose we'll step away for a few minutes and hope that the audio still works in the second. So,
well, you and I hope that. I don't know if everybody out there is hopeful of that.
I mean, Bridget probably hopes that too because she doesn't want to get the blame.
It's not Bridget's fault.
It's not. we had to restart the feed.
We'll
So
make that
I mean,
abundantly clear. It's not
yeah.
Bridget's fault.
So we'll go on mute for a little while, and then we'll be back closer to the end of half.
We would like to take a moment to recognize our Athletic Booster Club business sponsors for their generous donation to our school. Our sponsors this year are Authentic Construction, Iowa Floor Covering, Lori Construction, Remax Hilltop, Parks Custom Homes, Photos by Ben, Plaza RV, Story Kenworthy, Oral Surgeons PC, and Wheeze Tees. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, you can purchase it in a variety of ways, including RevTrack on the school's website, Venmo at BF Boosters, or via check or credit card at the J Shop during the football game. Learn more about Athletic Boosters through the school website under Activities, Booster Club, and then Athletics. You can find us through Facebook at Bondurant Athletic Boosters Club and Twitter at BF Boosters.
Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie, it's looking pretty rough out there. We've not been playing well, but this time we're gonna bring in a secret weapon, and here he is.
Why is he in slow motion?
Okay, as you guys can tell, our new quarterback is Seneca Wallace. It's their secret weapon. Let's get out there and practice.
Luady! Luis, hit! Hit! Omaha! Oh, she looked the wrong way. Keep running! Touch!
What are you doing dancing?
Okay, all right. Now run the route, please.
Get off the field! We may not be good at football, but we're good at building legacies.
Let's see what we got. Hey, we got microphone spiking over there. That's fantastic. It sounds like we are back on the air, avoiding the technical glitch that we might have had otherwise. So fantastic. We're about just over a minute here before the second half. Carroll Tigers ahead 37-31 over the Bondurant for our Blue Jays. Tigers being led by Caleb Booth and 17 points, along with 7 points from Caden Cook, 4 from Tanner Gatto, 5 from Nick Mackey, and 2 from Zach Dirks and Evan Hammer. For the Blue Jays, it's been a 3-point show. Colby Collison with 14 points, including 4 3-pointers. Jackson Free with 9 points, all 3-pointers. Trey McDowell with a 3-pointer as well. Baldscraft with 3 the untraditional way, and Nolan Meyer with 2. Or maybe the traditional way, I suppose, because it's older.
Yeah. Old school 3.
Probably the
conventional 3.
Conventional, okay. Story of the first half, probably leading to the differential, is the Tigers are out rebounding the Blue Jays.
Yeah, they're out rebounding.
Maybe out hustling.
Out hustling. I think that's a fair thing to say. I think Coach Evans would probably concur with that, agree with that. There aren't too many times where his teams at home get out hustled in both halves. So I'm sure there was a little fire in the locker room, a little bit of intense comments. We'll just leave it at that.
There you go.
But no, it's you got to give credit to Carroll, just like
absolutely.
You had to give credit to their girls team. They were well coached. They performed well. They ended up just short. And this boys team, especially Caleb Booth, they look like they're expecting to go out of here with a win tonight.
Be Blue Jay ball coming out of the half. Blue Jays have their starters on the court: McDowell, Meyer, Freed, Collison, and Berggren. For the Tigers, Mackey, Booth, Hammer, Cook, and Lingling, so they're starters as well. Berggren at the top with it. Over to Freed. Freed to Meyer in the corner. Spins up, and he's going to get called for the charge. Bucket does not count.
That's just a tough call. Watching the replay here.
Yeah,
not a lot of contact there. I think we saw Fran McCaffrey lose it over a call like that earlier this week.
Lingling finds Hammer under the basket for 2. Meyer over to Collison, to McDowell. He's going to bring it back out top. Meyer looks to get to Berggren. Over to Freed. Freed thought about the 3. He's going to go baseline and does not get the roll.
Yeah, just avoids a third foul there, too. Need him on the floor.
Lingling comes away with the rebound. Booth, backdoor cut to Mackey. Mackey had nowhere to go. He's able to throw it back out to Lingling. Cook back to Booth. Hammer thought about the long 2. Spins up. No good. Collison comes away with the rebound.
Good defense by Toby Berggren, just keeping him in front of him.
Collison towards the hoop. Splits the double team and gets the roll.
Boy, he's got such a soft touch around the rim. Just gets the ball up there, and it just his shot
lays on the rim and falls
likes the rim. The rim likes his shot.
Booth for 3, and he's still feeling it.
20 on the night.
Meyer to Freed. Freed feeds Berggren down low.
Got to keep getting Toby touches in there, too.
Freed in the corner for 3.
And that's the exact reason why. That inside-out game is
dangerous.
And it's where shooters find themselves.
Mackey, shot in the corner, no good.
Like
Hammer comes away with it. A lot of contact. Ball is going to be staying with the Tigers.
A couple minutes in, still at a 6-point margin, right where we were at half. One of these teams is going to go on a little run here.
If you're a Blue Jay
hopefully
fan, you're hoping it's us. Yeah. Berggren on a hold.
Yeah. Toby not real happy about that call.
and now this time it's offensive.
Yeah, that's on
Cook.
That's on Cook.
So each one of the two came away with a foul, and Blue Jays get the ball. Collison for three, off the rim that time. Lingling comes away with the rebound. Booth with the ball. Shake shot, and it's in. Gee whiz.
He's feeling it.
Meyer over to Bergeron in the corner for three, and it's good.
Big answer by Toby there. Really needed that first bucket of the night for him, too.
Booth with the ball. I'm not sure how far out you have to get him, but it's pretty far out. Booth back after a couple of screens. Meyer doing a good job staying in front of him. Has to give it up. Langling driving to the basket. Right hand up. No good. Collison gets the rebound. Over to Freed at the top. Hesitated. Meyer. Freed in the corner. Now steps aside and a little too far away.
That was deep. Not Jackson Freed's best shot selection of the night.
Langling's shot is no good. Bergeron gets a rebound. Meyer to Bergeron. Pump fake to Freed. McDowell. Three at the top. No roll. Good box out by Hammer to come away with the rebound.
Good movement in the offense there, and they got to kind of stick with that.
Booth. Wow. I don't know what else to say about that shooting performance. It's just wow.
Yeah, sometimes a guy is just unconscious, and he's unconscious right now.
26 on the night for Caleb Booth. Cook takes it away from Meyer and gets the 2-point layup.
Boy.
Blue Jay timeout.
Just as I was talking about a team going on a run, and it's Carroll.
At 26, yeah, I think somehow I left one of his points out on my sheet, but that seems accurate. So Blue Jays down 11 right now. Still, the way you're shooting threes, there's potential for a quick turnaround.
Well, and there's been some positives this half. A little bit better ball movement on offense. They've scored 8 points coming out of the break. It's just that Carroll has exploded, and Booth is on fire. He has 9 of Carroll's 11 points this half. I think the focus and energy obviously has to be directed in his way, and then you just got to hope that you're not getting beat up by everybody else.
Cram into the game, and Bergeron out. For the Tigers, Gatto in and Hammer out. Dirks in and Lingling out. Cross court to Collison, turn around, gets the 2-point bucket.
There's that soft touch on the rim again.
And Mackey skies to try to get the ball, is out of bounds. Trying to rush the press a little bit.
Yeah. This next 3.5 minutes is pretty important, Patrick. I just think right now the Blue Jays have got to keep this game in that 6, 7, 8 point range, not let it get away any further. Can't play catch up. Just a sloppy play there in the corner.
You're getting every bit of what just happened there looked like the first 2 fouls McDowell had called on him. Like just little slappy games, but
not fundamentally sound.
No. Cook cross court to Booth. Back to Cook. Double screen for Booth set up. Gatto Elevates, 2-point up and good.
Nice job by Gatto there. Just real patient in the post and kind of got some separation on the contact and scored the bucket.
Freed in the corner over to McDowell. Cross court to Collison. Collison for a deep three. Off the rim, no good. Gatto comes away with the rebound.
This is danger time right here.
Booth feeds Gatto underneath. And Gatto's able to avoid Cram coming across and gets the bucket. Meyer coming up court over to McDowell. McDowell for a long two. Gets it.
Need to see Trey McDowell heat up a little bit here. Good start.
Cook driving. And has it knocked away by Freed. Freed now gets fouled by Booth. And they're going to get, there you go.
And honestly, that's the right call. I mean, there was no intent there other than to foul him and not give him a layup.
Yeah.
And this is a good way to maybe start to cut into that lead a little bit, get a couple of free throws, get something out of your offense.
So what's he get here?
He gets 2 free throws, and Bonneray Ferrer will get the basketball back. So it's essentially a technical foul. It doesn't go down as a technical foul towards.
But the result is the same.
Towards being out of the game, but it does count as a personal foul. A technical foul does count as a personal foul for the player that draws that.
Freed shot up and good.
Yeah, this is go time right now. There, 10 minutes, 1 second left in the half. It's go time. You're down 10. Got to turn up the heat a little bit and hope that Caleb Booth will maybe miss a shot or two.
Hasn't really happened so far. Freed's second one is good as well.
Jackson Freed did his job. Got that lead under 10.
Reed Falsgraf going to check in. Nolan Meyer headed to the bench. Blue Jays trail by 9 with 2 minutes to go. Falsgraf goes backcourt to get the ball. McDowell to Freed. Falsgraf driving. Kick out to Collison for 3. Good. Yeah. Great pass. And Collison doing what he does.
Yeah, Falsgraf traded a 2 that he would have got for the 3 that he gave up to Collison.
Freed tips it ahead, but Dirks ended up with the ball. Booth, Dirks, Mackey, back to Booth. Falsgraf on him, trying to get to the hoop. Over the top of Cram. And he's going to get the foul and the bucket.
This young man's a player, but like what he's doing tonight is like in a zone. It's just not. His average would be better than 18.2 points a game. That's the sign of a really good player. But right now he's getting whatever he wants, and he's just making it look easy. He's got 28 points, and we're not even in the fourth quarter yet. 29.
I'm not sure if he's old enough to buy a lotto ticket, but this would be the type of day that you might go get one.
Maybe the Carroll bus will head to Prairie Meadows.
Things are all going your way right now.
I don't think that's legal or okay, but I'm just saying.
Collison out to Falsgraf. Falsgraf over to Freed. Freed for 3. Gets it. Thought about passing it, but decided, well, if you're not going to come get me, I guess I'll shoot.
Yeah, Blue Jays are doing everything they need to right now to stay in the game, except just a little too easy on the press.
Gatto with a 2-point bucket. Freed passes it up to McDowell. Under a minute now in the third.
Yeah, just got to keep that lead under 10. Just psychologically, that's a big factor right now.
McDowell from way down there, and he gets it.
Little spurt from the Blue Jays. Got it cut down to 5.
It has it tipped away. Collison ends up with the ball. 35 seconds. Falsgraf over to Freed in the corner. Freed for 3. Gets it.
Got it. Wow, what a spurt.
Good hustle play on the tip there.
Jackson Freed matching Caleb Booth bucket for bucket right now.
Mackey with the ball underneath the Ling. Shot up and good. 4-point lead, 8 seconds to go in the third. Collison with it, over to McDowell. McDowell for 3. Off the rim, no good.
Hey, a little fight out of the Blue Jays there to kind of close the quarter. That last 3 minutes, down 11, cut it to 4. Good spurt, and really I think the press did that. It kind of woke this team up a little bit, got them out of their doldrums. 3-point shots are still falling. That's 5 more 3-pointers in this quarter after 7 in the first half. So that's keeping them in the game.
Right. I mean, crazy effective. Collison, Freed, and McDowell's jumping in on it now. And, like you said, a couple good passes to find the open three-pointer. Yeah, you might have had a path to the basket for 2, but you saw your teammates standing in the corner wide open, and they haven't been missing.
Yeah, Colby's been shooting the 3-ball tonight. That's 5 for him on the night. We got 5 for Jackson Freed, 1 for Trey McDowell, 1 for Toby Berggren, 2 for Trey McDowell. I'm sorry.
Yep. Well, we weren't expecting low scoring.
No, and Caleb Booth, after that and one that looked like a prayer from heaven, 12 points for him only 12 points for him in the quarter, but
right.
Seemed to slow him down a little bit. No easy 3 looks, and I think that's really kind of the big thing right now is to make him earn his points in the lane. We've seen a couple doubles run at him too. We'll see if Reed Falsgraff's length can give him some fits here.
If anything, Reed comes in without the foul trouble. So ball's kind of forced in there to Booth. Elevates. And they're going to get Falsgraff on a foul.
Boy.
That seems pretty tough.
He's saying he got him on the elbow, and that could be the case. I didn't see it that way.
So Booth's going to go to the line.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. The replay screen's pretty small, but
Yep.
Hammer coming in for Gatto.
Booth doesn't need any help tonight as
Right.
he hits his 30th point.
And his 31st.
Yeah, I think I said if he got 34, we were going to have a really hard time to winning the game. But here we are. We're a 6-point game.
McDowell, Freed, Falsgraff, Cram, and Collison on the court for the Blue Jays. Collison is going to be fouled on that one.
There you're a bit of a soothsayer, Patrick. You said you see they let them play early, and then the fouls start to call. So we've seen both teams have gotten there that maybe looked a little suspicious.
Cram back into Collison now. Freed kind of looks like maybe he took some steps there. McDowell for 3. He's going to be short. Collison's going to try to save it. Tried to hit it off Cook, but ends up in Mackey's hand. Now Lingling going coast to coast. Is able to avoid Freed's block and gets the 2 points.
Yeah, Carroll got their lead back out to 8.
Freed dump off to Cram. Cram up for 2.
First bucket for Titus. Going to need his athleticism here in this press to make some things happen.
Oh, almost got it. It does get to it there. Cram gets the ball, feeds it ahead to Freed. Freed driving to the lane,
and
gets the bucket, and he's going to the line. Great hustle play by Titus. Cram comes away with it, feeds it to Jackson Freed. Freed gets to the basket, keeping it in the game.
I'm thinking Jackson Freed at 22 points has a career high right now. Just going to throw that out there. I could be wrong.
What did I just miss?
Timeout, Carroll. Yep, full timeout.
Before the free throw?
Before the free throw, yeah. You made the early prediction, then I made the prediction that Titus Cram needed to be a factor on the press, and boy, he made an athletic play coming from the middle of the floor over to the sideline to kind of deflect that ball, force the turnover, get it up to Jackson Freed for the and one. See if he can cut the lead to 3 here with the free throw. And again, if Carroll's not going to take care of the ball, it's going to be a problem. That's easier said than done when you've got all that length on the floor with Collison, Freed, Falsgraff, and then the athleticism of Titus Cram. So
I got to give a quick shout out. Bridget Johnson running our Blue Jay digital feed here. She's been a little nervous about working with the replay camera, but has it up there. It looks phenomenal. So every time you see a replay, think Bridget Johnson. No jokes aside, though, this Blue Jay digital feed is completely done by the students in Mr. Seidel's class, and they do great work. Your camera, you're switching between which one to do, and all of the stuff that I don't know what they're doing is all based off their decisions. Great work, great experience, and a great product they put out on the court. So we want to thank the students for doing all the real work. Freed to the line for his one free throw. No good. And Collison rolls it out to McDowell, so Blue Jays maintain ball. Freed for three. Off the rim, no good. Cram skies for the rebound. And back to Freed. Cross court, Falsgraf for three, off to the right. Freed gets in there for the rebound, has it ripped away from Cook. And then, they're going to get Falsgraf on a blocking foul.
Yeah, just got into his space a little bit. I'm not going to disagree. I know a lot of Blue Jay fans aren't happy with that call, but probably the right call.
He might have braced just a little bit for the contact and been still moving because of it. Booth cross court to Mackey.
Let's not let that bring us down here. The press is really giving Carroll fits right now.
Mackey now across court. Looking for Booth. Booth out top. Falsgraf still the man on him.
They're going to run something here. Titus Cram's going to try to keep him from getting into their offense.
And Falsgraf with a little flashback to his soccer days, kicks it out.
Falsgraf doing a nice job on Booth right now. A little senior-sophomore matchup. Falsgraf's holding his own.
Booth up to Lingling at the top. Over to Hammer. Back to Booth. Hammer going to try to set a screen for him. Freed switches. Over to Cook. Back to Booth. Mackey. Tigers running some clock here.
Showing a lot of patience, and this can kind of take that momentum away that the Blue Jays are kind of feeling right now.
Hammer.
Keep him in there.
Over to Mackey. Cook. Booth. And shot up, no good. But rebound by Mackey, shot up, and they're going to get Collison on the foul.
I don't know if Kobe was asking if the foul was on the ground and not going into the shot, but it looks like it's going to be a shooting foul. And Mackey going to the line. He's a 60% shooter on the year.
And gets the first one in. Second one up, and it goes in. I thought it was coming off the back, but I was wrong. 6-point game here.
Yeah, becomes a little bit of a game of free throws right now, too. Teams need to take advantage of their opportunities. Carroll with only 4 team fouls, so far from putting the Blue Jays in the bonus. Next Blue Jay foul will put Carroll to the line.
Both teams shoot in the 60s from the free throw line, so Falsgraf in the corner, brings it back out top. Looking to get it to Cram down low. Cram spins, kicks it out to McDowell. McDowell for 3. No good. Collison all by himself for the rebound and gets the bucket.
Had the good fortune of a couple Carroll players going down. And we've got a 30-second timeout from Carroll.
Just kind of going to watch this quick replay to see what actually caused everybody to disappear. Oh, they were just trying to box out Cram and ended up running into each other.
Yeah, I think the Carroll coaching staff is like, what happened
Yeah.
there? Well, your two guys ran into each other.
When you see your team go down like that, you assume there had to be a foul, but it was one of your teammates foul on the other.
And I've been in that position before where I'm 100% sure that the other team fouled my guys, and then you watch the film of the game and you're like, yeah, you know what?
That was right.
Officials were right.
So 4-point game. Tiger ball.
Yeah, and Carroll's really looking to be deliberate in the half court right now. You know, we saw him probably work 35, 40, maybe 45 seconds off the clock on that last possession. And Booth real patient until he went to the basket and missed the shot, but Carroll got a second chance opportunity.
Booth able to break the press. In and out. Back to Cook, now back to Booth.
They're going to be real deliberate again, it would appear.
Hammer Tried setting the screen. Now Ling back to Booth. Falsgraf with a hand in his face. Ling in the corner. Back to Booth. Burning a lot of clock now. In a couple years, this won't be legal because they'll run out of shot clock, and they're going to get a block. On Titus.
Yeah. Tough call. That block charge is such a tough call, especially with these athletic kids. It's just so bang. It
definitely looked like Titus wasn't moving, but I don't know that somebody else wasn't beneficial to that activity. But Booth gets the first free throw in, his 15th point of the half. Second one is good as well.
Thinking he's perfect from the line tonight. I don't have anything to back that up, but I don't remember him missing one.
I don't remember him missing a shot, period, that he wasn't fouled on, so. Collison for three. And it goes in.
Yeah, Colby Collison says, I'm not going to let you guys get away from us. 3-point game now.
Booth to Cook, over to Mackey.
Pressure?
Now back to Booth. Booth at the top. Falsgraf back on him now. Cook in the corner. Baseline. Throws it up and gets his own rebound and gets fouled on the second attempt.
Boy, Jackson Freed looked straight up. Cook's a physical player, draws a lot of contact, gets the benefit of the doubt. When you play with that type of physicality, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. Let's just see if he can go to the line and get both his free throws. And now the Blue Jays have put the Tigers in the bonus. This is 2-shot shooting foul, but
he came down a little bit on that one, I guess.
Yeah.
But second attempt. Gets that as well.
Yeah, Carroll's perfect from the line here in the fourth quarter.
Now over to Collison. Freed in the corner. Brings it back out to Falsgraf. Falsgraf with Mackey on him. Falsgraf driving. Feeds it to McDowell for two. Off the rim. No good. Cram Skies for the rebound.
Yeah, with a one-arm rebound. I think his other arm might have been held down to his side.
I think the foul's on Ling then.
Nope. Carroll has one more foul to get before we go into the bonus. Let's see if we can get the
timeout Blue Jays. And coach is unhappy.
Yeah, I know.
Was it about the inbound play?
I don't think we got set into the inbound play as quickly as he wanted to.
Okay.
So, quick reset here. Carroll leading by 5, 71-66. We got two Blue Jays at that 20-point threshold. Colby Collison's 26, Jackson Freed's 22. But the story, especially early in that third quarter, Caleb Booth from Carroll, 33 points on the night. Came out, made his first three-pointers of the second half. Kind of set the tone. I think Carroll's biggest lead was 11 or 12. Blue Jays have gotten to within 3, but currently trail that 5-point margin. And with the basketball, Reed Falsgraf set to inbound. Let's see if we can get a little something off the inbound play. I'm going to look for Colby Collison. Not on the first pass.
Yeah. Collison over to McDowell to Cram. Cram to McDowell in the corner. And he gets it. I'm not sure if he was fading away or if it was just the angle we were at. But
an inbound violation on Carroll. So now the lead to 2 and a chance to tie or take the lead. Trey McDowell looked down for that three-point line. I've never. Oh, we're gonna have a officials discussion here.
Oh, because he never actually took both feet out of bounds before inbounding it.
I don't think we're going to see a reversal. I think the official that made the call is going to stick with the call, and he's not going to change his mind.
He's on the court when he, 1 foot in, 1 foot out when he does it. So I don't know what you'd have to overturn it with.
I think they're just asking for some clarification.
Sure, because he's going to have to go explain it to the Tigers coach on what he saw.
So 2-point game. But to my point, Trey McDowell looked down for that 3-point line. Usually when you do that,
your shot's off.
Your shot's not going to go in. But and to Trey's credit, got in that early foul trouble, had 3 got it picked up his 3rd right before the first half. And we talked about it at that point. You got to keep yourself in the game. You can't feel sorry for yourself. To his credit, he stayed right there.
Oh. And Mackey's going to get the loose ball, but misses the rebound. Falscraft gets the rebound. Freed's shot is short. Cram hustles after it and gets the ball. Collison settles in for a long 3. It's no good, and we just need to calm down for a second. Falscraft gets the rebound.
Woo, you're right, Patrick. Some crazy action there. It's going to be a fun last
and
couple
Evans
of minutes.
is at the 3-point line. Cram with the ball. Feeds Collison at the hoop. Turnaround. Does not get the bucket, but Cram gets the rebound and is fouled. I would have thought Colby was fouled, but that is not what they call.
Yeah, where we saw Carroll really out hustling and out rebounding the Blue Jays in the first half, the tails have turned here a little bit. And Tanner Gatto has been pretty big factor in this game. He's going to go to the bench with his 3rd foul.
Cram with the ball over to Collison. Collison looking to get to the hoop. Pulls up 2-point and good.
Tie game. Colby Collison at 28. I didn't think anybody would approach Caleb Booth for leading scorer for the game, but there's Colby right there.
Cross court to Mackey. Mackey to Lingling back. Oh, Lingling gets the baseline, but doesn't finish. And who are you calling a foul on? Titus?
Either Titus or on Jackson Freed.
Good job, Trey.
Titus.
Keeping him calm, keep him in the game, avoid attack.
Yep. Yeah, you're right there right now. Just inside of 2 minutes, you got a tie game.
Hammer to the line. Free throw is good.
Tigers just go to the line and knock him down.
They don't look like a 61% free throw shooting
No, they
team.
sure don't.
Second shot. And Cram stepped in the lane.
Yeah, we're going to have a violation called. I think Colby Collison might have got his tiptoes out on the lane line as well. So
Titus's wasn't close enough.
So they finally miss a free throw, and now they're going to go back to the line for one more chance for Hammer.
So Hammer's one and through.
Let's see if that comes back to haunt us a little bit.
So under 2 minutes now. 2-point ball game. Collison with it. Booth on him. Freed has Hammer on him. Falscraft with Mackey. Freed pump fake, driving to the basket. Shot up, no good. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
I thought we were going to see a travel call, and I was going to
lose it a little bit.
Come unraveled a little bit, but here's Jackson Freed's chance to go to the line and get his team back at square even.
This non-call brought to you by Bird's Nest, where if you're worried about losing your kids, drop them off at Bird's Nest, and they'll keep an eye on them. First shot up and good for free.
Jackson with 23 now. He and Colby have combined for 51 points. That's just a big output. You'd think you get those numbers, that's a sure W.
Freed gets the second, so converts both. And we're tied up with 1:40 on the clock.
Here comes that press again.
Cross court to Booth.
Titus is going to get the matchup here. Coach Evans has kind of gone with this 5 here during this stretch.
And Titus is going to get the foul.
On the floor. They're going to call it on the floor.
But that's 4 on Titus.
Double bonus, so Booth's going to get 2 shots, but the basket will not count. Titus just got crossed up a little bit there again. Booth has done that to multiple Blue Jays tonight.
Hits the first. It's 17 in the second half for him as well.
6 straight free throws. And the Tigers have not missed one yet in the fourth quarter anyway.
And hits the second one. Tigers up 2, 1:20 on the clock. Faltzgraff bringing it up court. Directing traffic a little bit. Freed with the ball. Crossover, kicks it out to Cram. Cram to McDowell. Collison being guarded tight by Booth. Finds 2 screens. Out to McDowell. Or to Faltzgraff, sorry. Misses the shot. Booth gets the rebound.
Just a little bit of a hurry on the offensive end there. Could have.
You'd like to foul somebody besides Booth.
Carroll is not going to give the ball up. And Titus, you don't want
Titus
him to foul.
Titus can't foul, though,
4.
yeah. Who are they pointing at?
Carroll's got a timeout.
Oh. Say, if they call the foul, we had 3 Blue Jays right there. So it was going to be really tough to decide which one it was.
Yep.
But.
So you're absolutely right. I mean, there's several candidates probably to foul. Booth, a 70% shooter, but he's been a 100% shooter tonight in every way, shape, and form.
I mean, every other option is a better option.
Several
tonight.
guys in the 60s and 50s. So at some point, you've got to think there's going to be a miss. But any Blue Jay foul is going to result in 2 Carroll free throws with the double bonus. Carroll has fouled Bondurant for our 7 times now this half. So the next Carroll foul, if it's not a shooting foul, will be 1 in the bonus for the Blue Jays. But pretty great, solid effort for Bondurant Farrar tonight to kind of stay in this game when things were really not looking good in the third quarter with that 11, 12-point deficit. But here we are. We got a 2-point game. We'll see if Coach Evans has something designed. You know, you might say, hey, let's get a steal on the inbounds pass. We're going to double somebody. Maybe look for an early trap off the pass, and if you don't get it, then you'll look to foul.
Stay tuned after the game for our Legacy Bank Player of the Game as well. We'll see if we can actually backtrack and decide one probably for the girls' game as well, even though our stats are marginal at best as we were trying to fix some other things. Booth to inbound the ball, throws it deep to Lingling. Hands it off to Booth. Faltzgraff on him. Over to Cook.
There's
and Cram fouls him. And they want the intentional foul, but
and that's just ridiculous because
just
nobody was
going
in for a layup. I mean, it was definitely a foul in the
He was trying to foul, but it's
Yes.
not a foul that gets you the.
Coach Beeson's is saying, hey, you wrapped him up, but Nolan Meyer's going to go in
securing the foul.
Titus Graham, who's fouled out.
Yeah. You were trying to get somebody else to foul, but at 25 seconds left, somebody has to stop them from dribbling around.
Cook is a 54% free throw shooter. We haven't seen him miss yet tonight.
He missed 1.
There we go. All right.
Before that, I think he was 5 out of 6.
So even if he makes this, you're no worse than a 1-possession game.
And misses the second. Meyer gets the rebound. 22 seconds on the clock. Are you calling a timeout to set something up, or are you letting him go?
I'm letting Colby Collison make a decision on his own out there.
Meyer swings it back to Collison. 10 seconds on the clock. And
good quick timeout by Coach Evans. Trey McDowell went to the floor with the possession before he got tied up, which would have been a Blue Jay ball. He gets that quick timeout, but 6 seconds.
But it's still your ball now, so it's still a useful
it's your
timeout.
Ball. You're going to have sideline out of bounds. You don't have a lot of time to get into an offense, so it's got to be something fairly quick. Maybe you look to something in the corner. Maybe that backside lob that we saw earlier to Colby might be an option. And what does Carroll do? I mean, they could come out in a 2-3 zone, which they haven't played all game. You know, sometimes that's a little change up that you might not expect.
Foul somebody who hasn't been on fire, right?
No, not at all.
You're not sending them to the line.
No. You're playing to win, not potentially send it into overtime. So trust the team, trust the process. If you're Carroll, get a good defensive possession, get the stop and a rebound, and try to win the game. But again, Colby Collison's probably option 1. Jackson Freed option 1B.
And Trey McDowell 1C.
Yeah, Trey,
yeah, they've all been
Trey's
pretty.
Not a bad chance either. And Trey's going to be coming from that weak side block. So
Pfaltzgraff to inbound. Meyer, Freed, Collison, and McDowell on the court.
6.4 left.
McDowell in the corner. Back to Pfaltzgraff, and Pfaltzgraff loses it. Ends up in Lingling's hands.
Yeah.
Just didn't quite get a clean grip on it.
No. Gets a little messy there in the corner sometimes on that sideline. Too many people touching the ball, and it's gonna.
Lingling to the line,
68%
free
take a
throw
miracle,
shooter.
but
Makes the first.
he gets the next one. It's probably
2 seconds on the clock. 3-point game right now. Misses it, and Freed touches the ball, and they call a timeout with 1.6 seconds.
I think they're arguing that there was no possession when the timeout was taken.
Right. But I don't know what you can do about it. I mean, you stopped the clock. It's not like you could continue the run now.
I'm not sure that's correctable because you can't take any more time off
Yeah.
the clock.
You can't theoretically take it away. You can agree that that wasn't a great call because he didn't inbound it cleanly, but, you know, the official was right next to the Bondurant bench and heard the timeout call. And so they were going to say, nope, no timeout, go run your play. So coach said, fine, I'll take my timeout then.
Yep. So 1.6 left, is that what we have?
Yes.
So there is time for the old
running momentum towards half court.
Well, probably the better play is an old play that a lot of coaches run, a pass to half court right at the center circle, and you have time for one more pass and a shot to either wing. We used to call it the old home run play. But a pass to any of those 3 guys we talked about earlier.
If you can get Collison running towards our hoop as you get him the ball, I feel like there's a good chance of it. Although, I mean, nothing against Freed or McDowell either because they've both been hitting
We're going to
deep
try to
shots
run
as well.
somebody off a couple screens. Might be Colby on the back screen. There's Pfaltzgraff. That's going in.
Oh, my goodness. Off the backboard of everybody we said, hey, you have this person take it. Pfaltzgraff was not the one we were thinking, and that's why he was open, took the shot, hits the bank, hits the front of the rim, and just misses.
And that would have tied the game.
That would have tied the game.
We would have had free basketball.
Overall, though, you know, there were points in that game where it looked like Carroll might run away with it. The fact that it turned out to be a 76-73 ball game shows you a little bit of the heart that the Bluejays were putting into it at the end. Caleb Booth had a night like you can't believe and ended up with 35 points. Had some solid effort from his teammates, a lot of hustle plays, and they were able to come out victorious.
Well, and again, this is high school basketball, but there's no moral victories with the comeback that fall short. And Coach Evans and his team are the first ones that are going to say that. Nobody's going to walk away feeling good that they found a way to get back into the game and make it a game and still lose. I don't want to make it sound like high school basketball is the be-all, end-all. Great effort, without a doubt. But at the end of the day, that's going to sting. And, you're looking at 10 days, 2 weeks until you play next. And that just kind of sits in your craw a little bit, and you don't want to you'd rather go into break feeling good about things than saying, geez, that one got away from us. But, hey, we'll have a chance to go back to Carroll later this season and revenge that loss. Entertaining fourth quarter, entertaining second half. and a great effort coming back by the Blue Jays, and I'm just going to stop talking and let you talk for a little
Yeah,
bit.
well, I don't know that I have anything great to say. What you're saying is right. I mean, Caleb Booth ended up with 35 to lead the Tigers, 11 for Caden Cook, 9 for Tanner Gatto off the bench. Nick Mackey had 7, 6 for Evan Hammer. Langling had another 5. I mean, a lot of people filled up the hoop. For the Blue Jays, led by Colby Collison with 28, Jackson Freed with 24, 11 from Trey McDowell, and then 3 from Falsgraf, 3 from Bergeron, 2 from Cram, and 2 from Meyer. And really just a really great shooting effort on both sides. They just were a little better tonight. And so you're going to have that sometimes. And the Tigers shot phenomenally from the free throw line. Phenomenally from the free throw line for a team who's shooting 61% on the season.
Yeah. And I've got Bondurant with 16 3-pointers in the game, and I don't know if that's a school record.
But it seems like it's got to be close.
It's got to be close. And, again, if you tell Coach Travis Evans, hey, Colby Collison's going to get 28 for you, Jackson Freed's going to get 24, you're going to make 16 3-pointers, and you're going to let one get away from you, it would be a little surprising, a little bit of a shock. But there we are. Yeah, I think without a doubt we could go a couple different ways for Blue Jay player of the game.
I mean, yeah, definitely. You have 2 guys in their 20s, which obviously seem like immediate options. And, you got to give some credit to some people that, like Falsgraf and Cram both came off the bench and contributed. But the Legacy Bank player of the game for today, we're going to have to go with Colby Collison, 28 points, probably 6 or 8 rebounds, I'm guessing, by the time you were all said and done. And overall, a really great shooting effort from him. And even near the end, you saw him when they were trying to set up their press. He was helping guide where teammates needed to be to make sure nobody was standing up open, getting a quick press break. And that's that type of leadership you're looking for from your best players. And so Colby Collison's going to be that Legacy Bank player of the game today. Legacy Bank sponsoring another one of our great products. Legacy Bank located here in Bondurant as well as Mitchellville, Altoona, Clive. Building legacies one customer at a time, and we appreciate all their support, as well as the Bird's Nest, as you saw up in the corner the entire game. They are another great sponsor, and overall, just a lot of great partners in this community. And as we sign out for the final time in 2021, we want to thank everybody for being a part of this and tolerating the people that speak over the air, and hope you guys have a great break, and about 2 weeks and you'll get to hear a full week of action pretty much coming back as we hit January with a lot of Blue Jays activities and another exciting calendar year to start.
Yeah, get to dial up some Friday nights. Merry Christmas to you and your family, Patrick.
You as well.
To all of Blue Jay Nation, happy holidays.
Safe New Year's and all that fun stuff, and everybody come back ready to win some Blue Jay events in 2022. But for now, for tonight, good night and go Blue Jays.
Go Jays.